So with most sites, there are two challenges, right? Traffic, in our case, it's 400 requests per second, and lots of data. In our case, it's 3 terabytes total over 5 years. Looking at our traffic, it really shouldn't be that much of a problem. The reason is that it's incredibly lightweight. Both our requests, the shorten and the redirect, are going to be as simple as it gets. Redirect is nothing more than a wrapper around the call to the data store, and shorten is a wrapper plus computing a simple hash. And computing 40 hashes per second is nothing even for a commodity machine. So even though we'll need to be careful about how we handle the 400 requests per second, given the simplicity of these requests, it will probably not be a very challenging problem to solve. The data problem, on the other hand, is going to be more interesting. The data going in and out of the pipe is not much, 200 kilobytes per second total, the 20 and the 180. But we'll need to be reasonably clever about how we quickly look up a URL. We can't afford to scan 3 terabytes plus each time a redirect request comes. So my expectation would be to think harder about the data piece of the puzzle. So we can say something like bottlenecks, traffic is probably not going to be very hard, data more interesting. So this took a very short time, but before you go into scalability, it's worth thinking about that so that you can think about what you'll have to focus on. And so this analysis completes the first part of our work. We're now ready with scoping the system. We looked at all the use cases, we did a bunch of math, we understood exactly what we're dealing with. We broke it down into its subcomponents, have our shortening and redirection services, we have our data storage that acts like a hash, we know how we're going to be coming up with the hashed URLs, and we also thought about what's going to be the challenge once we go into actually coming up with the technologies powering our system. So we're ready with part 1. Part 2, covered in the next section, is going to complete our work by coming up with the actual design of our scalable system.